Yeah, man. Wow, here we are. A couple of days removed from the latest meetup that we had before. I know the whole. Hi, Mom.
Like the guys usually in the background at an interview. Can I ask for a music, please? Can I ask for a track?
I told you that once I was DJing.
And what?
I was DJing and this girl walks up to me
Yeah.
and she's yelling in my ear and I'm like, what? And I still can't hear her and she's talking and finally she says, I want a gin and tonic.
Serious to you?
Seriously. I said, the bar is that way. So anyway, that event was pretty cool. I think that a lot of things that by the way, we did an event, and for anybody that doesn't know, we had our first meetup event over at a location removed from our studio. And we were expecting 100 people and
At least who were interested
in
the Facebook event.
Good
So
point.
yeah.
And 5 of them showed up, 5 or 6.
But that was enough, I would say.
I think so
If
too.
it was more people, like sort of crowd,
Then we could have done what
we
we
couldn't have done.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
And maybe guys wouldn't enjoy that as much as they did this
that's
way.
a good point.
Yeah.
So, but I think those that were there, they really enjoyed it. They seemed to enjoy it a lot, right? At the end, they applauded. They said they had a good time. They're looking for the next one, which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but our next one is on the 16th.
16th. So it's final now.
Yes.
Okay.
I finalized it when we went.
I gotta put that on my calendar.
Yes. Yeah. So 16th of next month, we have a meetup, or I don't know. I guess we shouldn't call it a meetup. What do we call it? Meetup is a brand now, so I guess we can call it a. I don't know. Let's podcast Budapest. I mean, that's the name of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So anybody that wants to come to this meetup this time, we're not saying that 5 is not enough or 5 is too many. We're saying that anybody that wants to come should come. And those that did come, you know who you are. We'd love to have you again, definitely. It felt good. And we learned a lot in that space.
Ray, one more question. What time is the...
7 o'clock?
7 p.m.
Yes, from 7 to 9 I have it booked. But we'll probably get there a little earlier like we did before. The room that we were in initially, it may change. It may not sure until we get closer to the end of it. But I haven't posted that yet. I'll post that probably today. We'll post it today for it. But yeah, it'll be for the world to have access to. So yeah, we're in the city of Budapest right now. It's interesting. You're giving me information every day about the things that you're finding on the internet as far as podcasts go. And like Hungarian podcasts.
I listen to those just to check the market.
Sure, but you're finding more and more. I mean, there's more of them here, right?
Yeah. And actually, I'm finding more and more good ones. Of course, also topic. I mean, quite a diverse portfolio. Not all the topics interest me, like tech descriptions. I don't really go for that. But just regular talks, what I want to do as a podcast. When we sit here, let's say 2 girls sit opposite us, and we are just talking about friendship, relationship. Why is it so difficult these days to find someone? Because there are a lot of guys and girls out there.
I think that would be a great topic, man.
Yeah, it would be an amazing topic. Actually, it could be a series.
Yeah.
Even.
We got to get people that come in to understand, like your friend Zoli talking about. It would be great to sit here.
Sure.
You know, obviously girls have to be in the room as well because they can say what they feel about it, you know?
Sure.
And yeah, especially at this age, 30-something, you know, I think that's the age that people are trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, yes, because if you find someone at the 20s, you marry and you are together, then you don't have that kind of issue that like myself do have at the age of 38, yeah. 2 times divorced, yeah. That's not the point. Of course, I did things which, if I didn't do, maybe this situation was not here now.
Totally understand.
But I
that.
cannot change it, backwards.
Yeah, well, we can just learn from it and move forward.
Yeah, and the other thing is that I think people are using social media and they are online so much that they don't share the ideas, so you cannot understand why girls act like that, and girls cannot see why guys or men do what they do. Sorry.
It's okay. That can be part of our podcast if it's
No, I know. It's not. So altogether, actually, I think that could be a very good series, not only one single podcast, because there are so many aspects of the current love scene. I wouldn't call it that, but like the relation part of it, how to have a good relation, where you can find a partner for that. Well, I have no clue where to go.
Well, you know,
online is not working for me, so
Yeah.
I don't prefer that
right.
at all.
But you don't go out much, though.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you're not out in the world to interact with people, right?
That is true, Ray. But my problem is that whatever I did in the past couple of years was clubs only, and I don't want to do that any longer. I'm tired of that, and I know it's very, very small chance to find someone who I'm now looking for.
100%.
And on the other hand, I have no clue where I should go.
I see. Interesting.
But the clubs.
Interesting.
So the clubs I don't want to do, but I have no idea where else. Where else to? I mean, like it was Valentine's Day 2 weeks ago. The same night and the night before when we went out for dinner, you remember?
Yeah.
It was so many single ladies sitting together.
Yeah.
That could be a night when you could find someone, because anywhere you go or you went, actually you could start a talk with girls, but it doesn't happen on any other days of the year. That's what I see. That's my experience. I don't work at a huge company where there are potential partners.
Good point.
I have business meetings mostly with men, usually. So I cannot meet anyone on the job. I don't want to go out for dinner each and every night. And I sit myself together and I try to hunt someone who is again alone.
It looks creepy, actually.
Yeah, actually, that's shit.
It's creepy.
And
can you imagine just sitting there like looking around, eating by yourself, looking at some chick across the hall, like, yes, you.
Exactly.
You.
Like you are looking at her and she feels like terrible, or the other way around, you know, when someone is looking at you and you really don't want the eye contact.
Do you like, are you the type of person that if you see someone that you do find attractive, that you approach?
Oof. Well, really random. Most of the times, unfortunately not. But I can be in a mood. I mean, it's so complex. I always examine myself. So I try to figure out why I do things that I do and why I don't make the steps which I really should. And I immediately start thinking about that. I don't go there because I had a very bad day. I don't feel like attractive. I don't feel like self-confident, whatever. On the other day, let's say we go together, I had a good sleep, I had a good run, I didn't have a stressful day, and I haven't been out for I don't know, quite some time. And then as soon as I approach a place, I start hitting the girls and start talking, whatever. So it really depends on my current mood, which I cannot switch from one to the other immediately.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So confidence is a big part of it, you know, like
Of
just
course.
not feeling self-esteem.
Sure.
I guess being in a good space in your head, that's good. And I think the older you get, the harder that process gets of trying to figure out what works with the opposite sex, who to talk to, how to talk to them, when to talk to them. And you know, and also, you know, like you said, you're not working in a job situation where you can meet other women that are sitting in there and kind of have conversations over a week or two or a month, and then say, wow, you know what, we got things in common. Why don't we hit it off? Yeah.
Last time that happened actually at the Ministry of where I worked, but still it was not as easy like in an open office. In small offices, everyone's sitting in there.
Sure.
Maybe you see someone in the canteen midday while having lunch, or you somehow happen to work together. But 2,000 or 3,000 people work there, and you know about 200 of them only. Maybe there is one party or two per year when you can like meet a broader colleagues.
You know, that's what some of these places, we call them mixers in the U.S. And a mixer is basically you bring all these people in the same room and they basically meet for business, but also pleasure can actually happen in the space as well, because you can meet people in the same industry and you're drinking and stuff, but it's kind of like, you know, connection kind of thing. I guess that would be helpful, but why don't we, you know, I think we should actually use our audience to say, like, because I like the idea of us having single people having conversations like this, you know, like 2-on-2 or four people, you know, talking. And I think that if we kind of solicit to the world out there and say, look, anybody out there that's interested in having these type of discussions, maybe you've been alone or single and you're female or male, and you have not had a chance to find that right person, and it seems like you're dealing with the same things that we're dealing with, probably on a man's side, but we're, you know, maybe women deal with the same thing. You know, they go to a club, they have these creepy men coming at them, kind of crazy, and so they go at night go places, they can't find anybody. Maybe they're, you know, they're probably working people. They probably work in office situations that, or independent. Maybe they don't work in office situations. They don't meet anybody. If you're out there and you want to have these kind of conversations, I think, you know, this would be a good place to start, right?
Exactly.
You know, at least a conversation about it, you know.
Sure.
You want to build a podcast around it? I think it's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
So
and it would be a very interesting topic for a lot of people, I think. Yeah.
Well, why don't we do that?
We can.
I think, why don't you, look, I just made asking people out there in English that question. Could you ask them in Hungarian that same? Maybe they want to be a part of this podcast?
Sziasztok! Tehát igazán Rével beszélgetünk itt a párkapcsolat rejtelmeiről, amit én az elmúlt 38-ban az elmúlt kicsit többen nem tudott megfejteni. Ugye a lényeg, hogy pont egy olyan korban vagyunk, amikor már túl vagyunk bizonyos dolgokon, akár házasságon, és hát most meg éppen szingliként engedjük napjainkat, és fogalmunk sincs, hogy hol ismerkedjünk, nincs ugye munkahelyünk, mármint olyan, ahova be kellene járnunk egy nagyobb társaságba, ahol talán tudna az ember ismerkedni. Úgyhogy ha van kedvetek egy olyan podcast sorozatban részt venni, a Budapest.fm podcast csatornán, ami kifejezetten párkapcsolati kérdésekkel foglalkozik, és próbáljuk megfejteni, vagy legalábbis kitalálni, hogy mi lehetne a legjobb megoldás azoknak, akik ugye szeretnének valakivel együtt élni, akkor akár lányok, akár fiúk vagytok, kérlek jelentkezzetek nálunk a podcast@budapest.fm e-mail címen. Köszi!
Yeah, that's like exactly what I said, so that's cool. What's that?
I need to go down
for a
couple of minutes, sorry, because my brother is here.
Okay, well, we'll just end it all like that. We'll end it like that for now, and then we'll be back to you, all right?
See you soon.
Bye. Sziasztok!